Hey, we back, just with bots in general this time. Something that we don't do too often. I have no idea what playlist this is going to go in, for example. But what we're doing today is going over how to find bot servers, server-specific bots, because I do periodically people asking, oh, if you got a OWOBot server suggestion, a day server for suggestion. There's plenty of reasons for this. Let's say you want to get some help with a bot, or you want to see what the top players are doing, or with server-specific bots like Madei, you might just want to play the bot more. There's a lot of reasons to be on the hunt for bot servers, and I'm going to try and give some examples of where you can find them easily, because I'm in quite a few myself. So, firstly, I'm going to plug my server. If you're on my channel, the bots that you are looking for are probably on my server. We have a lot of bots. We don't have every bot, obviously, but you know, we've got Pokecord, OWOBot, Madei, other stuff. It's good. So my server's a good place to start out. Secondly, there is, of course, small servers. You can always just make your own server. If you're trying to play something like Madei, get a couple of your friends together, make a server. There's no problem with that. And if you're trying to just grind bots in peace, again, making your own server, perfectly reasonable. The next place is, of course, the official servers. Official servers are pretty good. We've got official Madei, official OWOBot, official Pokecord. And these servers are pretty good if you've got questions to ask, or you want to check up on things. Like, you can have a look at updates if there's been any updates. Look at that, a patch has been applied for the dysfunctional server that crashed 3 times. Isn't that the most interesting Madei update ever? There's going to be questions channels, feedback channels on all of these types of servers, and of course there's going to be a lot of people playing the bot on here. So as you can tell by the sheer size of this server, for instance, there's a lot of people playing the bot. And so let's suppose you want to, I don't know, if you're on Madei, you want to see some really high level keys, or maybe you're on OWOBot and you want to see some really high level hunt bots or something like that. You can go onto the official servers and check out what people are doing on here, ask for some strategy help or whatever. Also, simply looking for more servers on here, especially when it comes to things like OWOBot. There's going to be a lot of people with like clan names or something in their nicknames or in their statuses or something like that, where you can find more OWOBot servers just from the people that are in this server. Of course, you've got your Discord search bar, and you can search for links of invites if they're being sent. Of course, some servers are going to ban you from sending server invites. In fact, probably a lot of the big ones, but it's worth checking out if you're interested in that. So yeah, the official servers are great. Most bots will have some sort of command to link you to their official server, but if not, just Google it, because it's going to be pretty high up. So yeah, there's official servers. That is a good place to start. Next is just joining a bunch of big public servers. If you just join any server with, you know, a lot of members, this is a very popular server, for example, Chinatown. You can tell by the amount of boosts it's got. Something in the tens of thousands of members here. But as you can see, they have a bunch of bots. They've got, I'm guessing this is Madei. It might be Karuta or something. We've got Anigame, Pokecord. Just general bots, a lot of them here, and this is going to be the case in a lot of big public servers. Just going to have a bunch of bots. So if you want to join big public servers, again, you can just find them on Google, go on general server lists for server recommendations, and just join whatever servers have the most members. You'll probably find some servers with bots. Speaking of which, those big server lists are the next place we can check. So obviously there's a bunch of these server lists, but Discord is a particularly popular one. You've probably seen it around. You can just go on here, you know, put tags, search bars, whatever. You can use this to find the big servers with lots of members, or you can simply use it to find servers dedicated to a particular bot if you're looking for it. Now, of course, these are going to be pretty public servers. They're either going to be really big and well done, or they're going to be really small and probably desperate for members. So maybe not the best place to find servers, but it's perfectly reasonable, especially if you're looking for those larger servers with tens of thousands of members, because they'll be perfectly fine and they'll just be on here chilling, you know. So yeah, this is a perfectly reasonable place to look for bot servers, or in fact any server, just in general. You can find whatever kind of service you're looking for in websites like this. Finally, I'm just going to say word of mouth. Absolutely, if you spend enough time on a particular server, big enough one, playing a bot, you'll eventually find other servers with it. So for example, I spend a lot of time on this server, which is Cyrex's server. This server has Mede, and after spending a while on here, getting to know people and such, I was invited to Water Bottle, which is another server that also has Mede. So I spent a bit of time on there. It's a bit dead now, but used to be pretty good. There's also a lot of, again with OOBot, a lot of people advertising their servers. You spend enough time in the big servers like here, you end up joining something like OBBE for OOBot, which is another OOBot server with a lot of people in it. And then from there you get invites to random other places, you know? There's a lot of servers that you can just find out about by talking to people in the servers. Just if you're in a big server, just be like, hey, where do you guys play OOBot? Where do you play Mede? And someone will probably give you a link to a server, because of course a lot of people want a lot of members in their server, and if you're out here willing to join a server, no one is going to deny you that ability for sure. The final place I'm going to say is kind of similar to making your own server, which is if you're in a server. So for example, I could pick this one. This is a reasonably small server, but I'm in this server and I chat periodically. I could say to the owner of this server, hey, add the bot. And now this is not me making a new server. This server is already here. We already know it's active. But I could say, hey, add this bot. And then if the owner wants to add the bot gets added, and now I'm playing Mede or whatever with these people. At the end of the day, though, it's pretty similar to making a new server because you're starting from scratch, especially on things like Mede that are server specific. But anyway, that's about everything I had to say. A lot of it is reasonably simple, and you can probably figure out for yourself, but it's nice to have a bit of a list, and I have had a few people ask in the past on how to find servers. So there you go. There's some ways. Of course, there's more ways, and there's, you know, it's just stuff happening on Discord, isn't it, basically? But yeah, that's all I've got to say for today. So, bye!